Yeah. Good morning, students. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Back here with an IoT class. We'll start with our IoT class of a market perspective for M2M to an IoT. So I'll share this. Right. So in a last class, just a minute. Yeah. In a last class, we have discussed about an IoT value chains. So as an IoT value chains, we have seen like this, how, how the different inputs, production and processing, packing and distribution and marketing. This is a global value chains, how that can be adapted to the IoT. So IoT in IoT, the inputs are taken away by the device sensors, open data, and the operational. Sorry. Yeah, operational system structure and business system structures, and then corporate databases. So these things, how the inputs will be taken into the IoT. Actually, to say like this, the IoT always deals with an information that you have to keep in your mind. So how an IoT deals always with an information. When we go to this particular example, in the last class we are discussing on this particular example. Now you can see how on inputs. For example, here the actuators and sensors in that particular place, when you take a RFID tags, assume one big cloth mall is there. In that particular cloth mall, so you want to track the customer preferences, and you want to give a customer that which quality he wants, and how regular he is to go to the different brands and all. For that particular thing, these things plays in a very much important role. The RFID tags, why we are using as an inputs there, especially see cloths selected, cloths tried on, and cloths rejected. That information we are getting through the RFID tags. You can ask me the question like this, sir, how we are going to get an information about that? See, whenever you are placing an RFID tag, as for him, if any customer is coming, whenever you will place an RFID tag to him, and when he takes the particular cloth and all, if that cloth is having any small tag and all, so it means the information can be taken through this RFID, and it can be stored. So and so particular number of RFID with this mobile number, assume. So it has been tagged there. Then automatically the mobile number will be registered. Mobile number will become a unique always. So that will be taken into the consideration. Like that, it will be there. Coming to the next input, that is in a search history. So in a search history, almost all how the search history defines and all. In a previous uh, when you got to the any malls like that and all, what dresses you have searched, and what the dresses you have preferred taken. So you can ask me the question how we will come to know that in a previous malls and all, or in any other malls and all, if I will purchase any clothes and all, how the information will be stored. And we have to assume here that entire the cloth malls, whatever the structure of malls is there, that will be placed in one particular cloud. The information will be there. Assume when I will make a bill, automatically they will ask you the mobile number. So once with the mobile number, it has been entered a name, everything, and it will be stored there. So once it has been stored there, you can come to know that what type of clothes he has purchased, and all that information will be there already. Coming to the social network, this we have I have told you in a last class also that how a social network will be related, especially with how it will be useful. Yeah, it's a damn useful in a social network today. The social networks are making it's a ruling the entire our part of a life. I can say like this. For example, you can say the Facebook and the WhatsApp. and Twitters. How these things is there even a LinkedIn you can take for a professionals like that. So especially if you take an example of a Facebook. So now here a Facebook, how it became like this. If you take one particular snap, also we're putting that in a Facebook, and we want a like on that. So, like based on this particular thing, can we get information like that? What is the age of that particular person and socio-economic status of that person? Either is working, either is not working, or like that. Some details we can get. So, either is an employer. So like that, if you get an information and all, we can estimate that what type of an cloths we will purchase, or what type of a material he will purchase in that particular sense. So that can be estimated. So that is the use of an social network. Then OSS and BSS, what actually the location, which, for example, our network. So which network you are going to use for this particular purpose and all. To locate means on which particular day or on a date this on which particular mall you have purchased the things and all. So this information, especially almost all, will comes in a mobile networking structure. So it become a base structure for that. So coming to a corporate database. What is this corporate database? Floor layouts and route taken means how a corporate databases will be there. Means how they are presenting the data. And once the data has been collected in production and manufacture thing, then we have to process that particular data. Processing of data is very, very, very important. What is this processing of an data? For example, assume we are giving a notification to a particular person that best example I'll tell you. For example, in you simply what you have to do today, you take out your Amazon or a Flipkart and keep on searching for one type of mobiles. Don't purchase. You keep on searching for a mobiles or any of electronic devices, anything like that. You keep on searching. After searching for some 15 to 20 minutes, different companies and all, don't purchase it. Put in a cart, take out in a cart, like that. Then afterwards, assume that whenever there is an offer on that particular mobiles and all, a notification will come to you automatically. How a notification will come to you automatically? That is, cloth searched for. For example, your search history will be stored automatically. This is very much important. And what type of mobiles previously you have purchased and all, that also will be there. And Amazon will also have your social network link. They can get it, not an issues. So that particular thing. Now assume like this. In Amazon, some close together products will be there. Almost all. I can say like that. Why? Because the different sections and different products will be there. And close together customers will be there. Out of that particular, this customer is regularly checking this particular item, that particular discount or some scheme is there, then you have to give a notification. For this, how much data analytics you have to do, you can think. How will you process a data, you can think. So that is important. For this, we are going to use today the trends, the deep learning concepts you can use, or you can use even a machine learning concepts there for a production and all. So K-means algorithms or the K-means clustering algorithms. You can use the different algorithms there, and you can do a data analysis, and you can dig out what information you want. Then afterwards, coming to the packing, how information will be representing, how you can represent this information to the customer. So this is very much important. In what way you are representing, how you are making a knowledge frames. The knowledge frame is not for your sake. This is very much important. The knowledge frame will be there for to other person, how you can make him to impress on that particular information or on that particular message that he should come and buy that particular product. So for this particular way, the packaging plays a very much important role. The representation of a data after doing a lot of data analysis, also doing data analysis, everything is there. Now I'm having all the information with me. The data analytics information is there with me. Then how you are representing that? Then how you are making, either you are making in a charts, either you are making in a visualization video of that, either Excel in a format of a Excel sheets you are presenting. It depends on you that how you are, means it depends on the situation and the receiver customers, how they are. So based on them, you are presenting. As I told you in a M2M example, that KitKat with wrapper and without wrapper. So what is the importance of packing? Sorry, packing, you will come to know that. So many of you told like that. The chocolate without packing we don't want. The chocolate with packing we want. So many in n number of hotels and all. When you go, they will keep OT chocolates. One box will be there. No one, most probably, no one will purchase that particular type of chocolates. You will go for a branded. Why a branded always? For anything you consider, you will go for a branded. For example, even clothes also, you will go for a branded. For example, the clothes which is say for a shirt, as you, for example, I'll tell you, Excalibur shirt is there, Arrow is there, something like that. Say branded shirts will be there, and the shirts selling in a football. So this is of thousand, more than that cost will be there of this particular shirts which is kept in showrooms, and the shirts which are selling on a footpath and all, it will be of 200 rupees and 150 rupees. Even though the cost is very damn cheap here, you will not prefer that type of shirts. You will always prefer the branded shirts. If I ask you a question, both are shirts and both are cloths made up of a cotton, and they both are stitched, and both are of L size or an M size. So size is also same. Why you are taking a branded shirt? If I ask you, then you will tell like that. Sir, no, it's a branded and quality will be good. So quality means either you are taken to a lab and you have tested it. So how much cotton is there and how much synthetic is there in that particular shirt, and what type of thread they have used, that you made any lab test. You will tell, sir, no, I don't make any lab test. Why? Because it's an Excalibur shirt, sir. So if Excalibur shirt means Arrow or Excalibur shirts is there, you will think like that. It's a confidence. It's a confidence. Means confidence on them, and there will be a no confidence on this particular type of business. So here, that making of that confidence is a no, making others to believe our information. That is a confidence level. So that knowledge of frames, how you are making, that is very much important whenever you are doing an IoT project. Then distribution and marketing, customer interest in a product. So we'll see based on that. That is dynamic reallocation of the supply chains, trend spotting, product development. So based on that, customer interest will go with the products. Information product for a resale. So floor layouts for different demographics and marketing information, where to locate a new stores. So based on that, the information what we have gathered and all, so in which locality we can open a showrooms. This is also very much important. You can't open a showroom wherever you want. Why you will open always a showrooms in one particular place? The best question I'll ask you, in a Jainagara, some showrooms in the MJ Road and Brigade Road areas, Koramangala, Forum Mall, in some particular malls like that, some branded companies will be there. Why only that in that locations that branded companies are there? Why not in other places? Especially some, you can say like this. I have seen, I've forgotten some name. When we gone to the mall, we have seen one leather jacket showroom. He has told very clearly that the starting range of the jacket itself is 5,000. It's there up to 1,50,000 of jackets. So we kept our eyes open from 5,000 to 1,50,000. So we came out. So like that means that branded means that type of a showrooms or not will not be there in wherever you want. So why we have to open that showrooms in one particular location, and that type of a people will come only in that particular locations, not in like any other roadside shops and all. So that is also an important thing which will be taken into the consideration. So this is the example of an IoT information driven value chain. In this way, you can make use of an IoT and you can improve the business of any like this. I have taken an example of cloths here, and any of the types of this particular thing you can improve here. So that things you can. Coming to the next thing. Next, the information-driven global value chain. Now, what is this year especially? Now, especially we are not focusing on any product-based thing and all. Here we are purely processing on information. That is, the information-driven global value chain means how information can be processed, how information can be taken, prepared, production can be done, and how an information can be taken, mixed with other things, and how an information shape you can make, and finally how you can sell that particular information, and how you can consider a resellers and all. So these are the very important things. Now you shift your mind to only the information factories. What do you mean by information factories? I will tell you like this. This is damn very important. What is the information factories? The lot of information will be there stored, and you can take whatever information you want from that particular factory. So making this type of information factories, some other companies will come and buy the data from you, the information from you. So this is a one information factories or a data factories. For example, I can say like this: if you are having a lot of information, lot of information is there on the geographical things, maps and all. Definitely, real estate companies or builder companies will come and ask you for we need information of different locations, so and so maps we want, and you have to locate our real estate plots wherever it is there, and apartments wherever it is there. So for that we want all your things, means maps and all, and it has to locate like that. The best example I have given you, the Uber and Ola companies tie-ups with Google Maps. So that is the one very important example which you can take. There are five fundamental roles within the information global value chain that companies and other actors are forming around. So which you can see from a figure. So the major actors here are inputs. The inputs always are of sensors, RFID, and other devices, and end users are also an input. Think end user is also an input. This is very much important thing. Underline that. So why end user is also an input? Always he will give a feedback to you. Based that feedback will become an input again. This is very much important. Sorry. Based on that, again you can reformulate you can reformulate your information. So the data factories next. Then the service providers and data wholesalers will be there, and intermediaries will be there, and then resellers. You can see this particular figure how the things will be working over here. You can see the end user here. This is the end user information which is there here, and this is the data factories. And you can see intermediaries, how it will be there. And service providers and data wholesalers, domestic and overseas input from human and sensor based subcontractors will be there. So they are giving information to this service providers and data wholesalers. And from here, the data it can go to the end user also. For some generally things it will come always with inter mediators. Then data factories where it's preparing an data, so it can be for resellers and for intermediates. Here line has been missed, I think. So that means from intermediates it will comes to the resellers. Now resellers through it can go to the end user, or from directly the data factories it can go to the end user. So finally, the end user, what you will do, you will use that particular information. Based on that, you will give the feedback. Again, that can become an input. So in this way, this information-driven global value chain will work. We'll see one by one here how this is going to work. Inputs to the information-driven global commodity chain. So there are two main inputs into the information JVC. So what are that inputs that are the first one is sensors, and other one is other devices, that is RFIDs, whatever you are going to use, and NFC, network frequency and things. Then end users. So that's two inputs which are very important in information value chains. Both of these information sources input tiny amounts of data into the IGVC, that is information global value chain, which are then aggregated and analyzed, repacked and exchanged between the different economic actors that form the value chain. So once the data, how data is going to be, data will always comes from the tiny data will comes from the end users and sensors and other devices. So that will be taken, then it will be aggregated, analyzed, aggregated, keeping together and making the shape. So aggregated data. So this is the best data. So analyzing that particular data and repacking of that particular data. After analyzing the way of showing how you are going to represent that, and exchange between the different economic actors. For one fellow, the best example I have given you, that is the air pollution. For air pollution, if two actors will be there here, the best I will tell you, one is a hospital actor and another one is in a traffic department, assume. So for them, how you are going to give information? This is very much important. Both are different actors, and these actors want information from a same cloud, what you have stored from a air pollution monitoring system. So how you are going to give? Both are concentrating on a carbon footprints only, not on issues. He wants a hospitalized fellow, he wants a thing like this. So now presently from last 3 months, what is the carbon footprints in, where the carbon footprints is more in a Bangalore city? He wants that particular information. More means from last 3 to 5 months, in which area the more carbon footprint is there. In another 1 year, what will be the situation of that particular area? This hospital fellow, he wants that. Why he wants that, whether he want to open an hospital or different, that's a different issue for you. Now assume that this traffic fellow, what he will ask you that for 3 to 4 months, carbon footprints, how the variation is there, in what time the carbon footprints is going in a hike in a per day, and in what other time it will be the state of that, and in which time it will be more. One thing, and how rapidly it is increasing in that particular area. So another 1 year, in what particular times, based on time, whether you can take like that, it will be more. What will be Saturdays and Sundays situation? So why all these questions the traffic fellow is asking? Why? Because either due to the traffic or type of vehicles, what is flowing there, means which is moving there in that particular area. Based on that, you want to control the traffic and you want to reduce the carbon footprints. But he wants carbon footprints more. Who? The hospital fellow. So this way, whenever the same information you can give to either the both the persons in different ways. So that is very much important. Then sensors and radio frequency identification. these devices are working as inputs to the IGVC through the capture and transmission of data necessary for the development of information products. We know that. So always a sensors and radio frequency identifications, what it will do, it will collect the information from environmental assets and it will send you and after capturing and transmission of a data necessary will be done to you. Then smartphones have also been developed that allow mobile devices to interact with the sensors and RFIDs. So now mobiles directly they can interact with the RFID sensors or RFIDs. This allows for a two-way interaction between a mobile terminal and a sensor technology. So always a two-way communication will be there. For this, the best example is a participatory sensing network. See, this is one of the emerging field today, the participatory sensing networks. What is this participatory networks or participatory sensing networks? I can say like this: participation of some different members will be there, and through them we are collecting information and we are processing information, and then we are taking a decision on that particular information, or either we are predicting something based on that particular information. So what is this actually to say? You take one best example, the air pollution only will take. Now air pollution, what actually we are doing, we are in a air pollution monitoring system. We'll keep our Arduino or an Raspberry Pi boards or whatever our boards is there. We'll keep in static in one particular area. In that area, we are observing. If it is not the case like that, we will convert that project to the participatory sensing way, how we can do that particular things. For example, we'll fix the sensors, whatever is there to a mobile directly, and automatically when there is a more carbon or any more of that ingredients parameters whatever will be there, intimation, some beep sound, something like that will be given in a mobile. Then the trespasser will open, and if he sees that in this area somewhere this particular factor is not, we'll create an app like that. Then automatically when he opens this app, the facility will be given to the trespasser that he can take a photo of that particular area, and definitely he can he can upload that photo into our server. Just I can say like this, our cloud, he can upload. From there, the information can be transferred to the pollution control board or somewhere else in a government organizations, and a strict action can be taken on that immediately. So here two ways you have to think. Fixing the product means the nodes. What is the disadvantage in that area? If how much meters you can cover, this is very much. Bangalore is in a vast city which is spread around, I can say, in circumstances of around 40 to 50 kilometers. In a 40 to 50 kilometers, how many nodes you want? So a sensor's maximum capacity, as I told you, that it's of 500 meters to a 100 meters maximum. If you are getting a fine quality of a sensor, if ordinary sensors from SP road like that, it's around 10 meters to 20 meters. Then how your project will work, how you can cover entire Bangalore. Then they will tell, sir, lot of investment will be there on this. We have to. Then what about this type of an experiment? What is that? The same sensors I will fix on a mobile, and it will sense automatically. So once it has been sensed automatically, or if you feel a trespasser will feel like that heavy smoke is coming, if you take out his mobile, automatically it will sense, and means the app will be opened automatically, and it will kind of like your Arogya Setu app, how they have made like this. Arogya Setu app with Bluetooth is on always. So any of the person is the COVID-19 positive patient is there, then automatically an alarm beep will be given to you, and you can maintain a distance from that particular person. Same concept, why can't we use here? So that is, whenever we'll find a methane alcohol or a carbon monoxide or a carbon dioxide in our surroundings, why can't our mobile sense that and it will give you the information that this much of the carbon dioxide is there in this area. Please wear your mask or go away from this particular area. This is a benefit for that person. The same thing will be stored in a mobile. So how much you can store means your persons will be keep on roaming. Assume, for example, some 20% to 30% of the members in a Bangalore will open your app and they will roam in a Bangalore. So how much areas you can cover per day like that? You if you see in your cloud how the information will be there. Per particular area, how many members are visited, and what will be the situation when they have visited in this particular area, whether of which of the factors are polluting the air. So like this other way of experiment, which is damn good, which we can tell like this, better than the air pollution monitoring, which is a static board where you are keeping. I think who is doing this? Uh, who is doing air pollution monitoring? Who is doing air pollution monitoring project? Listening? Listening, students?
Yes, sir. Listening, sir.
ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಎಲ್ಲಾರು? ಹಲೋ,
No, sir.
ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು ಏರ್ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾನಿಟರಿಂಗ್?
I think Amit, sir. Amit ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್.
ಅಮಿತ್ 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 is not in class. Amit
He is not there, sir.
is not there. Who is the partner of Amit?
Sir, Bindu.
ಯಾರು
Bindu.
ಈಗ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು ಯಾರು? ಬಿಂದುನಾ?
Sir.
Bindu, what is your idea of a project?
Sir, air pollution monitor ಮಾಡೋದು.
How you are doing it? Any idea?
ಸರ್, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಮೊನಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ಈಗ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡಿಡಿದ್ದು ಸರ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅನ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು.
ಸ್ಕೂಲು ಮತ್ತೆ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅದನ್ನ?
ಸರ್.
ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇದ್ರೆ?
ಸರ್, ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲಿ, ಈಗ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜನ ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಸ್ಕೂಲು, ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್. ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ದಟ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕೂಲು ಇಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಒಂದು ಎಕರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಧ ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. So how many devices you are placing? How much area you are covering? ಬಿಂದು, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಈಗ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿರೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೇನು, ದ ಸೆನ್ಸಾರ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ಸಮ್ 20 to 50 meters. ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ನೀವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸೋ ಸೆನ್ಸಾರ್ಸ್ ಬರೀ ಒಂದು 20 ಮೀಟರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆನೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೀ 20 ಮೀಟರ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸಾಕ? ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ನೋಟ್ಸ್, ಎಷ್ಟು ಸೆನ್ಸಾರ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು? ಸೆನ್ಸಾರ್ಸ್ ನ ಕನೆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಸರ್, ಅದಿನ್ನ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
I can understand you are in a basic step. So why can't you move that idea? You discuss with Amit. Let both of you discuss with me. ಅದನ್ನ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ಗೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ತರ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ? That is very much important. I mean, somebody should carry with their mobiles automatically. ಯಾಕೆ ಹಂಗಾಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ವೈ ಕಾಂಟ್ ವಿ ಪ್ರಪೋಸ್ ದಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್? ಅದೇನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸಾರ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಆ ರಾಸ್ಪೆರಿ ಪೈ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ಗೆ ಪ್ಯಾಕಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಲೇಟರ್ ಆನ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ವಿತ್ ಮೊಬೈಲು ಆ ಆಪ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ಗೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗೋ ತರ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟರಿ ಸೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ. In that air pollution monitoring using participatory sensing networks ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೊಡಿರಿ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Note it down, Bindu.
ಸರ್.
Note it down. Air pollution monitoring system using participatory sensing networks. Right? Yeah. So now back students here. So that is a way of smartphones you can use to sense directly of that particular range. Not only for that, you can use this for different things, especially in smart cities, and if you want to make a Bangalore a smart city and all, so you can make your smartphones with equipped sensors and all, whether it can sense automatically and you can give that information automatically to the other things. The best other example in a smartphone sensing, I will tell you. Either a smartphone sensing you can do or vehicle sensing you can do this. Assume in a Bangalore or any city, if you consider the traffic problem is a major issue, right? Once if you're stuck in a traffic, moving out from a traffic, it will become a huge problem, and hours together will be wasted in a traffic, especially for a four-wheelers. So this is a major problem. So why can't we propose a project like this? Why can't we communicate from vehicle to vehicle? So this is an idea. What is an idea here? Assume like this, I will tell you. Especially in one particular circle, there will be a traffic jam always. You can consider of a Maitri circle, or you can consider of any electronic city flyovers, or you can consider a silk board traffic areas and all. Usually you can say, sir, kilometer gatle traffic jam agaitu sir. Yeah, I'll agree that kilometer gatle traffic jam agate. So why can't we make one equipment that the communication will be done with the equipment without the knowledge of a person from one vehicle to another vehicle, back sense like that. And if the vehicles are jammed around some distance, so why can't you give that information to the mobile app automatically? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್? Anybody? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್? Listening?
Yes, sir.
See how this concept, for example, I will tell you very clearly. ಈಗ 1 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಜಾಮ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ರೈಟ್? 1 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಜಾಮ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಫುಲ್ ನಿಂತಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಲೋ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಸ್. ಒಂದು 10 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್, ಇನ್ನು ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ 15 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. If that situation arises, otherwise in a running condition, the car has been stopped more than this much of time, automatically a broadcast message will generate, message will generate and will send that message, broadcast ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ message. So that message receive ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಒಂದು ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ರಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಟರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So next vehicle ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, it will receive that and it will repass it. It will receive that, it will send it, broadcast back, it will send it, it will broadcast back. Until then, ಯಾವ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಫುಲ್ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ, within a span of 5 meters, 5 meters ಬೇಡ, within a span of 1 meter ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನಾವು, ಸೊ 1 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಹಿಂದೆ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಜಾಮ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಮೀಟರ್, ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ 1 ಮೀಟರ್ಗಿಂತ 1 ಮೀಟರ್ 2 meters ಗಿಂತ ಯಾವ್ದು ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇರಲ್ಲ. So then automatically it means that there is no traffic jam at that particular area. Now, whatever this jam area is there, that location automatically will be picked up and we'll send that in our app and we will intimate that in this particular at this particular time when he opens our app and if he sees that for example, if we tell I want to move from this to this area, where are the traffic jams? Just for a sake, I'll tell you. Then automatically at that time, already information is there in a cloud. So that information will make a red marks and will show. So this is a traffic jam. Your Google, your Ola and your Uber is working on that particular way. You can see in a Ola and Uber, there will be a red lines when you see a map and all. There will be a red lines and there will be a blue line and there will be some orange lines or like that, indicating that here the traffic is there and here the traffic is not there. How that information is coming. They are getting through a satellite networking. They are all depending on the Google, and without Google or without that satellite help or without the Google Maps, they can't work. So why can't you make a project like this within a vehicles? If it is there, then automatically we are not depending on that particular third party. So then automatically the information will be spread around in a Bangalore app. Assume some BBMP app or something will be there. So if they will open that app will has to tell in which particular locations the traffic jam is there automatically without the help of a Google Maps. So this is another one which is a very important concept. Why? Because why I am telling this? You can ask me, sir, what is the use of this? If you tell this particular thing, then automatically the person who wants to move to a destination via some traffic jammed area, he will take a decision not to move with that area, he will go in another area. Then automatically the passing of vehicles on that area will be reduced and automatically the traffic jam will also reduce. It's a benefit of a user that he will go to his destination in a right way. So this is one of the best idea which you can do. The communication between vehicles, you have to think. This is a major constraint or a part here until the traffic jam. What I told the constraints and all within 1 meter or within a half a meter, the vehicles will be jammed. Correct? No, that's a traffic jam. So how you are communicating with one vehicle to another vehicle, this is a important thing. Which you have to work and what algorithm you have to use for broadcasting and receiving the messages, that emergency message units. So that you have to take into the consideration. So these things are very much important things which will work under this smartphones. In this session, the sensor networks and NFC and RFID technologies may be viewed as a subcontractors to the IGVC or workers that constantly gather data for further processing and sale, which is very much important. Whether you are using what I told in all the experiments and all, here the sensors and all will collect the information. After that, you have to process that. Coming to the end users. So there's another way of an input. So the second main input to the IGVC, that is the information global value chain, are the end users. Due to the convergence of the computing and mobile branded platforms, end users are no longer passive participants. Underline this. They are not passive participants, they are active participants now in the digital economy, with a role only to purchase those physical products that companies develop and market to them. So they will be actively participating in your products. Things means giving a feedback there itself. Means giving service feedbacks there itself. Now today everything is moving on with mobile interfaces due to the convergence of computing and mobile broadband platforms. These things are very much important. on the spot itself. They will give the feedback, live YouTube, live Facebook. So you know all these particular things already, and so there only you can give the information about how this particular product is and all, and how it is useful and all. So either it's not useful, also you can give. Every human that enters a search query into a search engine, every human that agrees to allow the mobile broadband platform to inform a service of their location, every human that uses NFC to allow a bank to establish and confirm their identity, are also functioning as a subcontractors to the global information systems that form the basis of the IGVC, 100%. Um, Swiggy, Zomato, or whatever the nearby locations, based on allocations, you will search and you will enter your details and all. With that particular thing itself, it will become an information gathering automatically, and your identity will be taken out. That information can be used with other subcontractors also, when you are using these type of things. Many times you will give your location for Ola, Uber, and for groceries purchasing, and for Zomato, and for Swiggy, and for Domino's Pizza. So whatever different things. So for that, you will give your location, and automatically they will track with your location, and they will give a delivery. Where this data will be stored anytime you have put that particular question. So that is very much important here. So that's the one important thing which you have to make a note. Coming to the next thing, that is every person worldwide that has to use digital technologies to do either banking, their taxes, their information search, or to communicate with friends and colleagues, are constantly working on behalf of the IGVC, contributing their individual profile data and knowledge to the value chain. This is damn important. Whenever you're doing online businesses, whenever you're doing a banking transactions, whenever you're taking everything and all, automatically when your information, paying taxes and all, automatically your information will be keep on going. That's why you believe or not, many persons will keep on calling and asking, sir, you want a personal loan? We'll give you. Why? Because they don't ask even the persons without an income. They will ask a persons only with an income. How they will come to know that? How they will come to know that about their bank transactions, how much monthly it's coming to their bank, how much their expenditures, and how whether they are paying to any other banks as a loan amounts also they will come to know that. So this, you can ask me the questions are how they will come to know that. The entire thing is data is stored in a cloud whenever you're doing a transactions and all. As I told you that the information can also be sold to other vendor, or intermediate person. Somebody will be there for them. I will resell that particular information after using myself. So this type of things. That's why you will also become an input. The end users today in this digital economy or technology, they are the most very important end users. That is putting their information in a social websites, or anything like that, about dresses, about something like this and all. That all is a valuable information which will be taken out for a third party, and it will be sold out for them. From you, they are making a money. Next, production processes of the information-driven global value chain. We'll see data factories in a next class. So meanwhile, just I'll stop the sharing. I'll give you the assignment, means class assignment. Now just you have to answer that questions. Just 1 minute. Yeah, I'm sending a link to you right now. This link will be open till afternoon. You have to answer these questions very clearly. If you're not answering, assignment marks will not be accumulated. Keep in your mind. Okay, then answer your attendance now. What is today's date? 23/9. Yeah. Aditya, quick. Aditya,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ajay,
Sir.
Amit,
Yes, sir.
Amit, Antima, Antima,
Present, sir.
Apurva, quick.
Present, sir.
Apurva,
Present, sir.
Ashwini,
Yes, sir.
Bindu,
Yes, sir.
Divyesh,
Yes,
Divyesh,
sir.
Gaurish.
Yes, sir.
Gaurish is in the third class out of 12 classes.
Yes, sir.
Correct attend ಆಗೋ. Next, Gautami,
Present, sir.
Gunashekar,
Present, sir.
Harini, next, Surya Prakash,
Present, sir.
Naina,
Present, sir.
Nazma,
Present, sir.
Nidhi,
Present, sir.
Pradeep,
Yes, sir.
Preeti,
Present, sir.
Rajesh,
Present, sir.
Sahadev,
Present, sir.
Saket,
Present, sir.
Santosh,
Present, sir.
Seema,
Yes, sir.
Sinchana,
Present, sir.
Purti,
Present, sir.
Shashank,
Present, sir.
Varsha, Yashaswini,
Present, sir.
Amruta,
Present, sir.
Anusha,
Present, sir.
ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಪೂರ್ವ,
Present, sir.
ಸಾಯಿ,
Yes, sir.
ಚೇತನ,
Present, sir.
ಕಾವ್ಯ,
Present, sir.
ಮಧುಶ್ರೀ, ಮಧುಶ್ರೀ, ಮನೇಶ್,
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
ಸರ್ಫರಾಜ್,
Present, sir.
ಮುರುಗೇಶ,
Present, sir.
ಮಣಿ, 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 ಪರೇಶ್,
Present, sir.
ಪರೇಶ್,
Present, sir.
ಪೂಜಾ,
Present, sir.
ಪ್ರಶಾಂತ್,
Present, sir.
ಪ್ರತಿಭಾ,
Sir.
ಪ್ರತೀಕ್,
Present, sir. So present,
ಸಾಧನಾ,
sir.
ಶಶಾಂಕ್,
Present, sir.
ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾ,
Present, sir.
ಶ್ರೀಧರ್, ತನೋಜ್,
Present, sir.
ತೇಜಸ್ವಿನಿ,
Present, sir.
ಅನಿ,
Present, sir.
ಆಶೇಷ್,
Present, sir.
ವಿದ್ಯಾ,
Sir.
ವಿಶಾಲ್.
Present, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for attending class. So now I'm leaving. Thank you.
Sir. 70%, sir.
ಸರ್
ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡು.
ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಅವಳು ಇಲ್ಲ.